Well, hello, gang. I suppose it's time for another word. This next word is a personal favorite of mine. A word that is not often used, but is very cool as a word. The word is inexorable. That is Inexorable. Inexorable. Thank you very much. Now, the word means impossible to stop or prevent. So, we have to apply it. As for the process of understanding to become complete. All right, so we have to think about what is it that is impossible to stop or prevent. Now you say, Billy. Yes, Joey? Which number do you like the least? Do I like the least? Well, to be honest, I suppose least of all numbers, well, I suppose I even greatly dislike the number 23. Why is that, Billy? Why do you dislike that number so much? I don't just dislike it, I resent it, and I'll tell you why. Because, well, I miss being a kid, Joey. I miss just having time and just running around in the backyard, rolling in the mud, making little houses for toads and tearing apart a leaf to figure out what it's made out of. I miss it, and I feel like as time goes on, I can't help but feel like just stretched and pulled more and more away from that purity of my own original identity that, well, as time marches inexorably on, next Thursday, will be turning 23. And right now, where it is that I'm sitting, that number represents just a large chasm between me and the past freedom of my childhood. But what's to worry about? I mean, it's inexorable, right? It's going to happen. Can't stop it. Just keeps moving on forward. Well, Billy, I'd be lying if I said I couldn't relate to that. I had those kind of feelings myself. But here's the thing. You know, I personally believe that there is a beautiful, pure, initial person of you. This one that you were talking about of your childhood that's just kind of, unscathed of the world. And well, though it seems that as all this influx and outpouring and just bending and troubles of the earth, as they come in at you, you could choose to let them rip you apart. You could choose to let them. But it is a choice. Now, you could also choose to hold to what you know is true, to what you know is right. And you can choose not to let them change you for the worse, but for the better, and not destroy that original beautiful thing that is you of your childhood. Not destroy it, but develop it. Develop it and make it something beautiful. Now, it's like an untrimmed, what do they call it? They call it something. but it's just like a flower that was allowed to grow the way it was going to grow before somebody else started tearing off its leaves and thorns and telling it, look, I know you want to grow as a vine. I know you want to grow as a vine, and I know you want to just stretch and climb toward the sun and weave your way all the way up to the top of this little brick house and just spout your flower on the roof. But here's the thing. I decide that is not your nature, and I want you to deny yourself of that nature, and I want you to grow just straight up, no frills, maybe a thorn here or there, and flower at the end. That's what that's what everybody does. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, if you ask me, a pumpkin trying to be a rose, well, I just think it'd do a much better job trying to invest its efforts in being a pumpkin. So Billy, I just hope that you can feel a little bit better about, though this march of time is inexorable, unstoppable, impossible to prevent, just marching on. It's okay. And everything is going to be all right. Well, gee, that went on a while.